My 7-year-old outsmarted our home security and scared us half to death. You know how parents love bragging about how smart their kids are? Well, when it's too smart, it stops being cute. It becomes terrifying. My daughter Sophie has always been brilliant. At 3, she was reading beginner books. At 5, she was doing multiplication in her head. But what she did at 7 still makes my stomach twist when I think about it. It started innocently enough. Questions about our home alarm system. Dad, does the alarm still work if the power goes out? What if someone breaks a window instead of opening a door? At first, I thought she was just curious, maybe nervous about safety. So I explained everything. How the motion sensors worked, where the cameras were, how the alarm called the police. She listened like she was memorizing every word. A few days later, I went into her room to find her walls covered, not with doodles or rainbows, but detailed blueprints of our house. Every door, every hallway, even the backyard layout, and marked across them red X's. What's all this, sweetheart? I asked. She smiled, all sweet and innocent. It's a game, Daddy. I'm the bad guy trying to sneak in, and I have to find the weak spots. I laughed until she pointed out 3 exact blind spots in our alarm coverage. And she was right. That night, I double-checked the system. 3 areas, all vulnerable. She'd found them like a tiny criminal mastermind. Then one afternoon, my wife called me at work, her voice shaking. You need to come home. Now when I got there, she was sitting at the kitchen table, pale, holding one of Sophie's school notebooks. The title on the page read, How to Make Mom and Dad Disappear. It wasn't violent, not even angry. It was methodical. Detailed lists on how to fake an email trail saying we'd gone on a trip. How to withdraw money gradually so no one noticed, which friends might get suspicious, and how to throw them off. I felt the blood drain from my face. We called Sophie downstairs, trying to stay calm. Honey, what is this? My wife asked. Why would you write about us disappearing? She looked puzzled, like we were missing the point. It's just a puzzle, Mom. Like a mystery story. The detective has to figure out how they vanished. I wanted to make a really good one. My wife's voice cracked. But why us? Sophie shrugged. Because I know you best. It's easier to make a good plan when you know all the details. We booked an appointment with a child psychologist immediately. After several sessions, Dr. Martin sat us down and said something I'll never forget. Your daughter isn't showing signs of malice. She's not trying to hurt anyone. She just has an extraordinary analytical mind, but she doesn't yet understand the emotional weight of her ideas. She was basically treating real life like a logic puzzle. To her, we weren't people. We were pieces on a chessboard. So we shifted focus, coding classes, math clubs, strategy games that didn't involve disappearing parents. We also worked hard on empathy, books, therapy, volunteering. Years later, when she was 16, Sophie came to me, eyes down. Dad, I found my old notebooks in the attic. I'm really sorry. I didn't know how scary that must have been for you and Mom. I hugged her tight and said, We always knew you had an extraordinary mind, honey. We just needed to make sure your heart kept up with it. She's 22 now, working in cybersecurity. Still brilliant, still analyzing threats. But this time, she's using that terrifyingly sharp mind to protect people instead of outsmart them. Sometimes I still think about those drawings on her wall. Every X, every line. Back then, they scared me. Now I see them for what they really were. The first signs of a genius trying to understand the world. Would you have been proud or terrified if your kid did something like this? Let me know in the comments. And hey, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more true-to-life stories like this one.